Garrett Cole pitches for Pittsburgh tonight against the Milwaukee Brewers. Game 907-908 on the card. And Cole actually has been moved up a day in the rotation in order to be able to pitch this weekend against the St. Louis Cardinals in a very important series between divisional leaders. Cole takes on Jimmy Nelson tonight for the Milwaukee Brewers, and Jimmy Nelson currently sits as about $1.40 underdog. You can catch 41 cents, 43 cents in some places. This is off the opener of Garrett Cole being minus 160. Some slight movement towards Milwaukee, and maybe rightfully so here because Jimmy Nelson has been absolutely dominant against the Pirates this season. Nelson's had 4 opportunities to start against Pittsburgh in 2015, and he's 3-1 against them with a 1.85 ERA. The Pirates' team batting average this season against Jimmy Nelson just 202. Great numbers for the prize right-hander of the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm pretty certain he's going to be their number one next year unless they go out and get an ace in free agency. But Nelson right now showing all the makings of a top of the rotation type pitcher. Cole certainly has been good all season long. In fact, we talk about home road splits quite a bit. His road ERA of 2.13 has been exceptional all season long. It's the 5th best in Major League Baseball. So we got a good pitchers duel here between Cole and Nelson. Both offenses about the same against right-handed pitching so far this season, but I think Pittsburgh gets a bit of an edge here just because of the current form that they've shown. Pittsburgh on the season against righties, 260 batting average, 719 OPS. For Milwaukee, 259 batting average, 715 OPS. Brewers just haven't been as strong at home this year. And at this point in time in September, with them not going anywhere in the divisional race, without seeing lineups ahead of time, you have to assume that Milwaukee's going to be injecting some youth throughout the month of September into that lineup. Be important. It's probably one of the most important things I could recommend to guys out there betting September baseball is make sure that you are aware of all the changes that are being made to teams and their makeup once the 40-man call-up happens. Days like today, when everybody's expanding their rosters, seems to bring out, or not seems to, it always does bring out an awful lot of change in what you might see every day from a team's lineup, what you might see every day from a team's bullpen. Certainly, it's a whole different handicap here in the month of September, so you need to take note. But just as a general overview here, I think this looks real good as far as a pitcher's duel is concerned. Cole, pretty good against the Brewers. As I mentioned, Nelson has definitely had the Pirates' number all season long. The total here sits at 7.5. It opened 7.5 under 20. There's been some play toward the over. We're now looking at about 7.5 over minus 15. And not a game that I'm real interested in here. I like both of these pitchers. I think both of these pitchers have the goods to win this contest. I do think, as I've always said, that the Pirates have probably the best and deepest bullpen in all of Major League Baseball this year. So late in a game, Pittsburgh becomes a pretty sizable favorite. You could play the game just based off of that, with the handicap of it being a close game through 6 and the bullpen coming through late for Pittsburgh. Milwaukee's certainly not on the level of Pittsburgh as far as bullpen arms are concerned. I'd rather leave this one alone, though, for tonight. We'll see if Cole, the concern here is that Cole on short rest doesn't have his best stuff here. And if he doesn't, it makes Milwaukee a pretty good underdog play. Once again, you can just use Jimmy Nelson's numbers against the Pirate lineup as criteria enough to go ahead and take a flyer on the Brewers here tonight. You're home, you're picking up about $1.40. Boy, I've seen worse plays in my time. So for me, though, it's going to be a pass on both ends. Sit back and watch this one. See if we can come back and make a play on tomorrow's game number 2 in this series.